Hey everybody, and welcome to Age's Cozy Crochet Corner, where today in the corner I wanted to just come in and show you guys my temperature blankets that I'm working on. One, happy new year everybody. And I wanted this to be the first video of 2020, so I can come in and show you guys temperature blankets. I know as crochettists, a lot of us love making temperature blankets. I have never made one, and I said I couldn't decide what I wanted to do exactly, so I chose two. I'll also be doing a temperature scarf, which is going to wind up being long. I'm gonna do it in single crochets, and of course it'll be like 365 rows, but who all knows it, I absolutely love Doctor Who, and the 12th Doctor always had these extra long scarves. So I mean, a 365 single crochet row scarf, I mean, why not? But it's just all for the fun of it. So I'm gonna go and do that one. I will show you guys that one next time, because I haven't picked out my colors yet. Like, I have like loads and loads and buckets. Let's show this. Buckets, okay, and bags. I'm not even gonna pull it all up. Of scrap yarn. I love my scrap yarn. Okay, I use my scrap yarn. I don't believe in wasting yarn. So I'm gonna go through then and find a bunch, and I'm gonna do the scarf off of the scrap yarn. And I haven't decided what color palette I'm going to do, but I'm going to go slightly different than what I'm about to tell you I'm working these other ones with. Sidebar, for those of us who love to get like the little yarn bowls to hold our yarn when we work, I absolutely love these buckets. I mean, some of them came from the dollar store, some of them came from like Walmart. I think Walmart, the most I spent was like $5 on one, where this one came from the dollar store, and it was like literally $1. And it holds so much yarn, and then when I'm working with my yarn in there, I can keep everything all together, versus the bowls, although they are so beautiful, and I have one somewhere around here, I can't hold as much yarn. So been meaning to show y'all that for a minute. These little plastic bins are everything if you are like me, granny square maker, and you like, you know, anyway. So we're here to talk about temperature blankets. So this is one of the temperature blankets I'm making, and I'm on day 6. So this is the color palette that I chose. I wanted to do Roy G. Biv, which is the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And these are the colors that I've chosen to represent each one of those colors. Like the green, I wanted more vibrant green than a regular green, so with that green, and I love it. So I didn't want to exceed that amount of colors. So what I decided to do is my lavender is going to play out as 30 and below. So anything in the temperature of 30 and below, that's going to work with that. My next color is going to be 40. The one after that is going to be anything in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and the red will be 90, and anything above 90 will be in the red. And I absolutely love that. I mean, it's my first time, like I said, making one, so I wanted to kind of keep it within a particular, you know, number. I didn't want it to be too crazy. I kind of like it. Like this one, we had 2 days of 30 versus 2 days of 40. So you see, you know, some strands will be longer, wider than others, and like that'll be totally cool. So I can't wait to see how it totally works out. And with this one right here, what I've done is I have started with a chain of 365. Yeah, that took a while. So because I kept having to count it and count it and count it, And then something beautiful happened when I went to do my first row. I discovered, and it's on this end, I discovered that I had chained more than was needed. So you see the little blue right here? Chain more than was needed. So I stopped here and cut off my yarn to finish off this row. And that made me think, because I just was going to take this out and take it out from here to go back. But then I thought I would have to weave in all of these ends, and I just don't want to do that. 365 rows. Of course, I could do it as I go, but then I want it to be like a leisure project, something that's fun, and I don't have that much work behind it and clean up behind it when I'm done. So what I decided to do is, and it might be hard to see, but I'm going to show you guys in detail later. I chained 2 past the messed up row where I overshot with my foundation row. I would chain 2, and then I would add on my yarn and then work my whole row, which is a long row. I think we've all seen it. And then when I come to the opposite end, when I'm finished in the last stitch for that row, I chain 2 and then knot it off there. So that way I don't have to do anything. Like, I will go back and clip these ends shorter, but I'm going to try to do a double border on this when I am finished. And in doing my double border, that should be able to hide all these little extra ends in the inside. So we'll see, and I'll play around with double borders. And right before the end of the, well, after the end of the year, when I come back in and I'm finished and I've done all my days, I will show you guys how I'm going to put the border on for this one. But I will come in periodically and show you how it's going. And at the end of the video, and this is done in all half doubles, by the way, but at the end of the video, I'll have a small tutorial, about a minute or so, just to show you how I'm ending off the rows with the chain 2s, and how I'm beginning my next row with chaining 2 and then starting. So I'll put that at the end of the video. So if you want to try like me, and hopefully not fail, but try like me to eliminate all that extra work, then that'll be at the end of the video, so you can see exactly what I mean when I say that I'm doing that. I stopped actually at the end of yesterday, so I can show you how I'm going to end it off, and then I'll come in and show you how I'm going to begin it for today's temperature. But I'm vibing this. I kind of like it. It's coming along. So this is this one, and again, this is like super long, but I wanted it to represent 365 days in foundation and 365 days in rows, and I'll see what that gets me. If you are doing it like this, you can always not chain so much. You can always just chain as much as you want, as long as you want it to be the width that you want it to be. That's all you're going to do, put in your foundation chain. And you can do single crochets, half doubles, double crochets, whatever you like. I chose the half doubles because I kind of measured it out. I don't remember the measurements right now, but I measured it out and I said, okay, it'll definitely probably end up being king size. So half double this is. All right, let me move that aside till I show you guys that later. Now, here is this one. I think I'm loving this one so much already because of the color palette that I chose for this one. So this is the color palette that I chose for this one. And pretty much I just was like, I want to do blues. So I had my blues and I was going to do the whole blanket in all shades of blue. But then for the hotter months, I said, no, let me throw some color in there. So that's where you get the red, the carrot, and that I forget the name of it, saffron color in there. So, and that's for the hotter months. So it's working in the same way that the rainbow is working. The first color is going to be 30 and below, and we're going to go all the way up each, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and the red, which is 90 degrees and above. Okay, so it's working in the same way that that one worked as far as the color, the temperature scale. But with this one, as you see, this is like a granny square, just a large granny square. I already have 7 days on it so far. And what I plan on doing is I will do the whole month of January. And that will be one square. And then for February, I'm going to start a brand new square for February, okay? So February is going to be a square of its own, and each month thereafter, okay? So it's going to be clear to see how it was in that month from January the 1st all the way out. And for the next one, it'll be February the 1st, it'll be that middle one, and it'll be that way all the way out, and so forth and so on. Now, I did think all months are not the same amount of dates, right? So what I plan on doing is whatever color I'm going to choose to outline this in, and it might be black. I'm thinking it might be black, but whatever color I choose to outline in, the months that are shorter, I will bring them all out to the same exact size by using, just say, black. So black will block off February, all the way to the 31st. You get it? So it will be full. But December would be from December the 1st. December the 1st to December the 31st, but all the way out in full color. It wouldn't need the black because 31 days is the most they're going to get. So everything else in every other month that is not a full 31 will get filled out with black on the ends. But this project, I'm going to let you guys see how each month is. So I will be coming in periodically and showing you like both of these, but I'm definitely going to show you my progress on this granny one as I go, because I love granny squares, and I thought about just continuing this all the way out and just keep going month after month after month and growing this. But I thought it'd be way more fun to make each month its own block, and then at the end, depending on, it'll be 3x4 or 4x3, however I decide to do it, joining them together, and then we'll put a border on around it. Because it's my first time doing one, I said I want to make it fun. So this is my way of making it fun. If you want to join along with me, especially with the granny square ones, it's never too late. I actually, I try, it's only like day 7, and I try to do one each day, but you always look up what the weather's been in your area and catch up. Definitely, because today I caught up 4 days. So if anything, every week, I can sit down and throw 7 rows on every week. Be like my Sunday project or something. But I definitely, when we get to the end of January, I will show you this one, and we'll see how it has blossomed. Yeah, I think this one is going to definitely be one of my favorite blankets. So I might not do 2 of them, but maybe choose different colors for the next one, but we'll see. So I also want to do the scarf, and I told you about the scarf. So I don't know what colors I want to go with. I don't think I have pinks and stuff. Well, I know I don't have pinks and stuff utilized, so I might go a pink purplish route. I have no clue. So I'm gonna go through all of this. I needed to organize. I always organize my yarn at some point, when I'm finished big projects, and over Christmas break, Thanksgiving, big projects. So I have to gather all my yarn, and like I said, most of the yarn that I'm using and that you see for this one and the other one are yarns that I just have a lot of and kind of want to work it out of my stash. Some of them, it's like I have a skein use. It's too big to make it into a ball. I want to use it up and then continue using whatever I have of the full skein. So it's a great way to work out colors. You can always do a color palette, like, you know, warm colors like cream and brown and, you know, such colors. Or you could just use what you have and just put them in an order that you like and go ahead and start your temperature blanket. So this is fun. I've never done one before, but I understand everyone who does it, why they like doing it. It's interesting, and the thing of it is, it's so unpredictable because you pick your colors and you don't know how they're going to blend together. Because it's not like I'm gonna do 5 rows of purple and, you know, 6 rows of blue. You never know what you're going to get because you don't know ahead of time what the temperature is going to be. And with the temperature, I always go with the high of the day. So whatever the high is, I don't do the lows, but whatever the high is of that particular day, that's the temperature that I do. So I like to do them in the evening because the high for the day already happened, and I know that's like, you know, a definite thing. I don't want to do it ahead of time and then, you know, it's supposed to be 35 degrees outside and it turns out to be 55. You know, weather isn't always right. There are moments, so I don't want the moments to mess up my blanket. But other than that, I do, like I said, I want to show you guys how I'm starting and stopping on the one with the half doubles. It's fairly simple, and if you want to try it, you know, we will definitely figure out that double border at the end of the year, and it is just saved from the weaving in the ends. Now with this one, I will be weaving in all of these ends as I go. So I figure, you know, however I put them on, I will weave in my ends every week. So it's not growing all of this with me and I'm left with it. So, or I might decide once I finish a block that I'll weave them in. But either way, you know, I work over the ones that I can work over, but the ones that I have not worked over, then that's how I'll do that. Weave that in as I go, definitely. Let's see. It's so much I want to chit chat with you guys about as far as in the corner crochet things that are coming up, but I'm over here like working on blanket ideas because it's that time of the year. It's so cold, and when it's cold, I like to just cozy up on my couch and work on a blanket. And I have not done blankets. I've been making clothes. Well, I'm gonna do a blanket and share with you guys how I work it up. So without further ado, I'm gonna get to my little tiny tutorial, show you guys how I work that up. And until next time, I enjoyed seeing you all. I hope you had happy holidays, and I hope this video finds all of you well. As always, thank you for love, thank you for the support, thank you for the growing numbers, thank you for creating with me. I enjoy every last one of you. The comments, the messages, the showing me what you've created with me. It's been an absolute joy, and there's no better way to start my year than showing you guys what I'm doing, and hopefully having some of you walk with me on this year's journey of making a blanket. So again, till next time, I'll see you guys in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. That if you need any tutorials on making the granny square, you can find them on my page. I will put the link in the description box for you, for anyone who needs this tutorial. I have one on my page that shows how you change colors and everything. So I will make sure that is posted where you can see it. Now, as far as this one, like I said, I'm finishing day 6. So I'm making my half doubles just like I would normally. And as you see, this is the last one for this row. So once I hit the last half double for that row, I'm just going to chain 2 and cut my yarn and then pull it through. All right. So as you see, I don't have to worry about that. That's not going to come out. And then we still want to turn our work when we're done, right? Now I'm going to get my next color. Now what I'm going to do with this before I start, I'm going to add my yarn on and I push up. Now I want to chain 1 and 2, and then I'm going to put my hook through my first stitch. Grab my yarn and pull through, and then pull through again, just a slip stitch, right? Chain up 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and keep making my half double starting in that first stitch. So now I have the chain 2 is hanging off here, and I've started right in that first stitch, and now I just keep going, making my half doubles, 1 in every stitch. Now when I get to the end of the row, I'm going to end off in the same way I just showed you. We're going to go in the last half double and just chain 2 and cut your yarn and pull it through. And you're going to chain your 2 before you begin, and then add on your yarn. So that way that's there. I don't have to worry about this coming out or not coming out. And later on, I will cut these down some and then build a border on either side of them and then close it off. Now that's going to be the way I do it. You can always do this like you normally would without this extra. I just want to save myself from all the weave in because again, I just want to keep this as a leisure project, and I don't want any of the work that comes with it past making 7 rows a week. So I'm going to finish my color for the day. If you have any questions about this, I can do a separate video where I post me starting and working these out again. But if you're down to try this, I'm pretty sure you probably already know how to start. And again, my start was 366. If you want to be extra like me and make super long blanket for absolutely no reason other than to have a foundation chain of 365. So as always, you guys, I've already said all my goodbyes. I send love out to all of you, and I will see you next time.